Stewardship is a really important concept. Again, I guess they'll get reinforced in all the clinics and lessons. Treat the boats like your own. So we avoid beaching our craft. It's great to see a whole line of Hobie cats sitting along the sand. It's good marketing, but it's not particularly good for the boats. So our practice is not to beach our boats, launch them, land them right off the dollies, and treat them like your own. Do a dummy check. So look, kind of pick up behind yourself as you're putting things away. Look for the life jacket, the PFDs left sitting on the beach, the equipment. Occasionally we'll find a trail of gear that leads back up into the club room. And the Locarno way is look out for yourself, but look out for other people as well. Give them a helping hand if you see people doing things the wrong way. If you've got skills that you're bringing to the club, be quick to share those. Help people clean things properly and stow them properly. As I said, this isn't Club Med. We've tossed around ideas of kind of bringing a staff on board to look after people, and it's not the right way to go. We've been most successful when we've been able to maintain the culture of kind of self-ownership, looking after it as if it's your own. So it's clean it, stow it, put it away better than you found it. Fix things yourself if you can do it. If you've got the skills and the knowledge, something breaks, just fix it on the spot or organize a repair. If you don't have the knowledge, flag it, put a piece of orange tape on it, report it, put it in the logbook, because you don't want people going out with broken gear either. A leaky Hobie cat, it's a little bit of a problem on the shore. It's a big problem when you're up with the freighters. So we do have guest privileges. You can bring guests out. Obviously it varies according to the fleet. It's pretty tough to take a guest on a windsurfer, because you're not in a position to take responsibility for it. So there aren't guests on windsurfers. You can take guests on kayaks, certainly in the double. You can take a guest out in another single, but you need to have the skills and the knowledge to take care of a guest. If you take out somebody who's new, you're now responsible not only for you, but for them. So you need to be capable in directing a rescue and getting that person safely to shore. We'll provide you with those skills. We've got all the courses and the reinforcement and practice. Same with the sailing fleet. There are single-person boats or multi-person boats. You can take out a guest in a multi-person boat. You're the skipper, because you're the person responsible for that boat. So you got to respect the fleet rules and keep bringing fresh faces down. Our policy is you can bring the same person as a guest up to 5 times in a year. But if you can bring down guests, why not bring 5 different people? It's good for them, it's also good for the club, because that's the best way that we can introduce new members is for our existing members to bring down guests and introduce them to the boats and the privileges and the way things work. So volunteering. Our policy is that everyone donates 4 hours over the course of the year. I think this works out to 15 minutes a month. It's not a particularly onerous requirement. Usually it works out to a couple hours a couple times a year at work parties, but if you've got a special skill or a special interest, by all means make it known. Particularly if you're good at sailing, you can help with clinics, or if you're good at kayaking, you can sign up as an instructor. A lot of people, the people that introduce themselves around the room, put in a lot more than 4 hours a year, and the club thanks them for that by sponsoring their membership in whole or in part. So if you're a fleet director, you'll get your part sponsored membership. If you join the executive, your membership's fully sponsored. So it's a long way from being payment, but it's something. And it's most of the people in the executive think it's a heck of a deal. We do it for nothing, and we're just thankful to get sponsored. Safety. Very, very important topic. As I mentioned at the beginning, it's a personal responsibility. Our approach is that you go out on the water with the knowledge and the skills that you need. We'll provide you the opportunity to get those. We'll check you out to make sure you've got them. We'll make sure join to make sure that the equipment's in good shape, and when you're out on the water, you're responsible for your safety. So we've got clinics and checkouts. We offer lessons. There's a level system in each of the fleets that determines under what conditions you can go out, whether or not you can take guests, how far you can go, what kind of equipment you can use. We want you to respect that. We do require that you wear a personal flotation device attached to your actual body at all times. This is club policy, and it's just smart. The exception is not the rowing fleet, because we have special PFDs for rowers that kind of tuck in behind you. But that's just a good thing. You also need to wear a wetsuit, and that's just smart. And we encourage everyone, if they don't have experience, to take the Jericho safety seminar. That's offered once a month, and they give you, in addition to some good tips, they give you a lot of sort of case studies and some sobering hints on what can happen if things go wrong. Tim can tell you, again, if you buy them that beer, he'll tell you personal stories about spending hours out in the bay hugging a freighter on his windsurfer, wishing he had taken the lesson.